You've heard the phrase, another day, another dollar. Well, I have a phrase for you today. Another day, another superhero film. Today on the channel, I'm going to be talking about Shazam, The Fury of the Gods. I absolutely hated the first film. What did I think about this film? Well, let's talk about it. The film continues the story of teenage Billy Batson, who upon reciting the magic word Shazam, is transformed into his adult superhero alter ego, Shazam. The film stars Zachary Levi, Asher Angel, Jack Dylan Grazer, Rachel Zegler, Adam Brody, Ross Butler, DJ Catrona, Grace Caroline Currey, Meagan Good, Lucy Liu, and Helen Mirren, and was directed by David F. Sandberg, and he has directed films like Lights Out and also Annabelle Creation. So when I watched the trailer for Shazam, The Fury of the Gods, I really wasn't impressed by the trailer. I thought the CGI looked like crap, and I've just really kind of burnt out on superhero films, so I really wasn't really looking forward to checking this film out, and I obviously really hated the first film, so I really had the lowest of the low expectations going into this film, but my son really wanted to see this film, and I have to say after watching this film, it's a very basic superhero film, but what I can really say is it's really good that I don't have to watch 3 or 4 shows before watching this. Marvel, they always have to have all these kind of connections, you have to watch all these different shows, and I just can't stand it. It's just too much to watch. I just don't have time to be watching all those shows to see every little connection, so I don't need that in my superhero films. So in this, it's very basic in that format. You do have the siblings in this that do build a lot of different relationships, and it's building off the first film, and there's some sweet and tender moments within those siblings, so it's really cool to see that on screen. Of course, the parents in this, they don't really have much to shine in here. They have very brief scenes, so they really are kind of cut out of the film. I really would have liked to seen them more in the film, but unfortunately we don't get that. You have obviously Billy Batson in here, who is joking around like he is in the first film. He was really annoying in the first film. I really couldn't stand him. I thought he was really immature, and I never really got into his character, and it really was kind of cringy watching the first film, and there are some kind of cringy kind of moments in this film, but I felt like overall, though, the comedy, even though a lot of it is just kind of kiddish kind of humor, and I think the kids will really get into this kind of film, especially because it's a superhero film, and if you have a younger kid, I think they'll really enjoy the superhero aspect. The story isn't anything groundbreaking. It's a very beat for beat kind of superhero film, and obviously Black Adam doesn't show up in this film, as I know a lot of people were really upset with him not actually appearing in Shazam, but I honestly didn't really care about that. Rachel Zegler, I did like her in this film. I found that she added a little bit of charisma to the film, and I really did like her developing this relationship with Freddy, and I like that Freddy got a little bit more screen time in here, and that would be cool if he got a spin-off. I think Rachel Zegler is a really big upcoming kind of actress. I saw her in West Side Story, and if you have not checked her out in a film, I definitely think that you should. I think that she's really an upcoming actress, and I really think that she's going to get more and more roles. The villains, I liked at least that they were very consistent with them. The first scene really shows them and their presence on screen, and I felt like they never went away. Sometimes when you watch a superhero movie, you'll see a villain do something, they'll kind of disappear, they'll show the heroes, and then you don't really get any battle scenes in between to the final battle scene, and I like that they were always there. Were they the strongest villains ever? No, but Lucy Liu and Helen Mirren, they were always there, and you felt like their presence was always there, and you get some decent battle scenes between them and the Shazam members as well. So it's great that at least it has that entertainment value. Of course, you have the comedy in this film. I think that this film has some mild chuckles. I wouldn't say it's really laugh out loud kind of humor. Some of it can be kind of cringy, but I don't think that overall it's cringy humor. It's just kind of mild kind of chuckles. I think the kids can really enjoy the humor in this, but I think also if you really like the humor in the first film, then you'll probably really love the humor in this film as well. I will caution, if you can go into this film and not watch the trailer, please do not watch it, because it completely spoils different plot points within the film, and it also gives away the cameo. I did not watch the actual full trailer for this film. I only saw the teaser trailer that they put out for this film, so I'm glad I didn't watch that, because I would have spoiled the cameo and I would have already known what was going to happen later in the film. However, I feel like some of the cameos that are in this, and also the end credit scene, I don't know if it's really going to do much, because they're supposed to be resetting DC anyway, so I don't really think it's really going to matter at the end. overall for me, as far as this movie goes, it's a basic film. I had a decent time. I had very low expectations. And I think overall, if you didn't care for the first film, this one, I would say maybe give it a chance. If you have very low expectations, maybe you'll have a good enough of time for it. Is it a really memorable film? Not really, and I wouldn't really rush to rewatch it. But I think overall I had an enjoyable enough time, and at least I had some superhero action, some decent villains, and that's really all I can ask for at the end of the day. I would give a score of this film a 3 out of 5. Let me know down in the comments, what did you think about this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Was it just kind of meh? And if you haven't watched it yet, are you going to check it out? Thank you guys for watching this review as always, and I will see you guys on my next review.